Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Tuesday episode of the Degenerate Disseminators podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. We're riding solo today, as this is our alternate recording time, which Daniel is unavailable for. But we're here. I'm ready to dive into some sports, all by my lonely. But anyways, before we get into today's action, we're gonna recap Monday's picks. Cavs -6. They win by 40. Solid. Brooke Lopez, we took his player prop for points and rebounds, and line was at 14.5. He got 20, so pretty easy clear there. Capitals fall 3-1 at home to the Calgary Flames, which is pretty surprising. I thought that was a pretty solid bet there. And then we come so close with the Lakers parlay. The Lakers just cover the spread. They win by 8. We took -8. And then we took over 47 PRA for Luka Doncic, and he got 46. Literally one more basket. And it's even more frustrating because in the first quarter of this game, he did hit a three-pointer, which they did end up taking back because his foot was on the line, out of bounds on the sideline. Um, it happens, Like I've said, I've come to terms with these bad beats because we all have bad wins too. So you gotta show love to both. But yeah, so we go 2-2. Thankfully, the two bets we lost were for 1 unit each, so we do end up going even on the day. So no units gained, no units lost. I count it as a win. It's all good. So still a new slate moving into this Tuesday. I got 3 picks coming at you. I have 2 picks from the NBA, and then Daniel did give us one NHL play. Since Daniel's not here, I'm gonna flip the script a little bit. I'm gonna give my picks first, guys. So first game of the night I'm looking at, arguably the biggest game of the night, the Celtics at the Pistons. Both of these teams have been incredibly hot in the past few weeks. Um, Celtics have won 6 straight, and they're 9-1 in their last 10, and the Pistons have won 7 straight. Who knows when the last time that happened was? And they're 8-2 in their last 10. Celtics team total is at 113.5. They're still averaging about 117.5 points per game. I know, I believe we took this relatively recently, and I did bring up that number of 117.5. Let me see when I did bring that up. Uh, I don't see it on here. Oh, yep, I see it right here. Actually, it was about a week or two ago. We took them at 120.5. I forget who they were playing though, but that number is ridiculously low. Considering just their team average is 117.5. When we look at the previous 3 meetings between these two teams, this will be the fourth. Um, the Celtics have won all 3, I believe. Uh, don't quote me on that. I think that. Wait, hold on one second. Um, Let me double check that actually before I start spreading misinformation. I want to say they won all 3. Um, yes, they did. Awesome. But on top of winning all 3, they've covered this 113.5 line by a pretty significant amount. In these 3 meetings, they put up 124, 130, and 123. Um, on the season, the Pistons are giving up about 113.5 points. They're sitting at 113.3. But this is a top tier offense we're looking at with the Celtics. So I expect them to overshoot, the season average for the Pistons here. Um, One thing to note is that the Celtics did just play last night. They put up 111 against the Raptors, so they did go under this. However, they did sit out a lot of people, most notably Kristaps Porzingis, and I believe Jrue Holiday sat out as well. And I'm sure it was in preparation for this game. So they're gonna have some depth coming back. They're not gonna have to rely on Tatum fully in order to get this done. They're gonna have a lot more options. Um, yeah, they're always gonna be putting points up on the board no matter what lineup is in my opinion, in this game. And like I said, the Celtics have done it 3 out of 3 times against this Pistons team this season. I don't think 113.5 is enough. You can bump it up to 114, I think, and 115. Uh, I'm gonna play it relatively safe. We're in a position right now where we can have a pretty solid week, as our Monday actually went pretty well, which it hasn't been doing. So we're gonna take the -113, or sorry, the over 113.5. We are gonna pay a little extra for it as it's at -135. So for first pick of the night, we're going Celtics over 113.5 for 1.35 units. Then next game of the night, I'm looking here. We're looking at the Sacramento Kings at the Utah Jazz. Um, I still think the Kings are having somewhat of an identity crisis. The West is very tight this season. Um, I still think the Kings think they're contenders. Do I think they're contenders? No. Um, I think they're locked into a play-in spot. But like I said, since the West is so tight right now, they're only a few games behind the Clippers, who have the sixth seed. The last playoff spot. An in-conference win here helps them get a little closer. Um, the Jazz, they've been struggling all year. Um, Most important to note in this game, though, before I get into the player prop, both Jordan Clarkson and Lauri Markkanen are listed as out. That has their established return or estimated return date, 28th. So it doesn't. I mean, I'd be shocked if they came back randomly. And John Collins is also out. And Colin Sexton. Wow, that's crazy. Actually, it's not Jordan Clarkson that's out. It was John Collins. I'm sorry. So John Collins, Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, and Walker Kessler is a game time decision. Before I get into this player prop, one thing that does concern me is that this could very much well be a Kings blowout. But then again, this is a Kings team that went to overtime with the Pelicans and lost. So, who knows what's gonna happen. The prop I'm looking at for this game, I shopped around a little bit. I found DeMar DeRozan's PRA at 27.5. He has been a little spotty this season. However, currently, let me pull up his stats here. The line is at 27.5. He's hit this in his past 5 games. Against Charlotte, he had 18, 7, and 3. Against the Warriors, which was on the 21st, he had 34 points. So he covered that in just the points alone. 20 points the game before that, 24 points the game before that, and then 42 against Dallas. That game did go to overtime, so that number's a little inflated. But yeah, I think he can very much well do it. Like I said, I don't know. It's really hard to say where this Kings team is at, but I will admit they do have a lot of offensive weapons. Yeah, I think 27.5 is a good number. On the season, for his averages, he's averaging 22 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. So, he's clearing that by almost 3. Yeah, I think he gets it done. We've been playing these player props where, we kind of look at their season averages, and if it's significantly below, I've been taking them, and they've been working. The most consistent thing we've had on here in recent weeks. So we're gonna keep that mindset going. We're gonna take DeMar DeRozan at over 27.5 points, assists, rebounds, and that is at minus 115. So we're putting 1.15 units on that. And then we're gonna move into some hockey. Daniel did give us a pick. Let me view his text here. All right, so for tonight's hockey play, Daniel likes Avalanche money line. He says, although New Jersey has been on a bit of a win streak and the Avs have not been playing so hot, the Avalanche need this win a lot more than the Devils do, and they already beat the Devils 4-0 this season, and they need to hold on to this wild card spot. This is going to be a home game for the Avs, and they've had plenty of rest since their last game. The Devils are ahead of the Avs in a lot of major stats. Daniel put 4 out of 5 major stats as far as the major stats he's looking at. He didn't specify, so I don't know. But yeah, he thinks the Avs are going to defend home floor here and get 2 points to hold on to that wild card spot. He also has some side bets. Nathan McKinnon for over half an assist. He has 6 in his last 5 games, and then Cale Makar over half a goal, and he has 3 in his last 5 games. So that is going to do it for today. This is usually the part where I'd ask Daniel if he has anything else to add, but he's not here. And I don't have anything else to add. So we're going to kick it into this recap. Celtics over 113.5 for 1.3 units. Sorry. DeMar DeRozan over 27.5 points, assists, and rebounds for 1.15 units. And then the Avalanche money line for 1.4 units. A little bit of we're paying the juice today, but I think we're playing it relatively safe. Hopefully this is a sweep. Love to go up 3 units as we have 3.85 units in play. But that is going to do it for us, and we will see you guys in the evening hours for tomorrow's games. See you guys.